Did you know that among every 3 Americans over the age of 75, one is quietly losing their vision, and many don't even realize it until it's too late? That number represents millions of individuals gradually losing the ability to read a book, recognize a face, or simply walk safely down the street. Imagine an autumn evening. You step outside, and the headlights of an oncoming car flash across your eyes. The world before you blurs, and the light scatters into streaks and patches. Every step, every turn of the wheel becomes a gamble with your own safety and that of your loved ones. Fear, helplessness, the sense that the world is slipping away, this is the reality millions of older adults face every day. But here's the remarkable part. You are not completely powerless. Scientific research shows that certain common foods, right in your own kitchen, can act as a protective shield for your eyes, helping to delay and slow the progression of vision loss. These aren't expensive medications or complicated surgeries, just simple, everyday foods anyone can incorporate. In this video, I'll reveal 4 such foods, silent but powerful shields for aging eyes. If you want to keep exploring and protect your vision, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Thrive and Live right now. One autumn afternoon in Ohio, I welcomed Mr. Robert, a 74-year-old retired long-haul truck driver. He walked into my office slowly, his eyes carrying a trace of worry. Sitting down, he sighed and said to me, "Doctor, these days I can hardly bring myself to drive at night. The moment headlights from oncoming cars flash, my vision goes blurry and I lose sight of the road. I'm afraid that one day I might cause an accident, harming myself or even innocent people." In that moment, I could feel the fear surrounding him, a man who had once traveled millions of miles across America, now feeling helpless on the very streets he used to know so well. What Robert was experiencing is a condition known as night blindness, the loss of the eye's ability to adjust and see clearly in the dark. Many people assume that such problems can only be improved with medication or surgery. But surprisingly, the key lies in a humble food found in almost every American household: the sweet potato. It may sound too simple, but science has confirmed its power. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, just one medium-sized baked sweet potato, about 110 grams, provides more than 100% of the daily requirement for vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for the body to produce rhodopsin, a special pigment in the retina that allows the eyes to adapt and see better at night. Without it, even ordinary headlights or streetlights can blur vision instantly. Furthermore, a study from Tufts University in Boston, published in the Journal of Nutrition, revealed that a diet rich in beta-carotene from vegetables like sweet potatoes can reduce the risk of night vision decline in adults over 60 by as much as 40%. This finding was significant enough to change the way many ophthalmologists in the U.S. advise their older patients. I encouraged Mr. Robert to start with something simple. Enjoy orange-fleshed sweet potatoes 3 times a week, preferably baked, and pair them with a little olive oil or avocado, since fat helps the body absorb beta-carotene more efficiently. 10 weeks later, he returned to my office with a relieved smile. He told me, "Doctor, I can drive to visit my grandchildren at night again. The headlights are still bright, but my eyes no longer get blinded by them." Beyond improving vision, Sweet potatoes also carry another benefit many older Americans don't realize. Compared to white potatoes, sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic index, meaning they help control blood sugar more effectively, a critical factor for those at risk of type 2 diabetes. And let's not forget purple sweet potatoes, common in Hawaii and parts of the South, which are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect the tiny blood vessels in the retina and slow the progression of macular degeneration. Sometimes, the answers to seemingly complex health problems are right in our kitchens. For older adults, something as familiar as a sweet potato can become a shield protecting their eyes, allowing them to continue living safely, confidently, and fully. Number 2, tomatoes. One late afternoon in a park in Boston, I saw many seniors sitting quietly, reading newspapers or playing chess. But among them, there was an old man who folded his paper, squinting hard yet unable to read even the large print. That image reminded me of a painful truth. In the United States, 1 out of every 3 people over the age of 75 suffers from age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of irreversible blindness. This means tens of millions of people are gradually losing the ability to recognize familiar faces, distinguish colors, or simply read a line of text. That memory brought me back to Caroline, a 71-year-old patient of mine in Florida. She loved quilting, spending hours threading needles and stitching fabric together. But one day she said to me, "Doctor, these days the reds and oranges all blur together. I can't see the stitches clearly anymore. I'm afraid that one day I won't even be able to see my grandchildren's faces." In that moment, I realized something profound. The ability to distinguish colors or see clearly at night may seem small, but to an elderly person, it is their whole world. And sometimes, the answer to that fear lies in the simplest place, their kitchen. The answer was tomatoes. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that gives them their bright red color. Lycopene accumulates in the retina, where it neutralizes harmful free radicals and slows the damage to photoreceptor cells. A study from the University of Illinois showed that seniors with diets high in lycopene had a significantly lower risk of advancing macular degeneration compared to those who consumed less. Another study revealed that higher blood levels of lycopene were linked to sharper vision, the ability to see fine details and distinguish colors even under low light. In other words, lycopene helps the eyes stay sharp even as the years go by. What's fascinating is that lycopene is best absorbed when tomatoes are cooked. That's why familiar dishes like tomato soup, pasta sauce, or roasted tomatoes are even more effective at protecting the eyes than eating them raw. Adding a bit of olive oil while cooking makes lycopene absorption even stronger. I advised Caroline to include cooked tomato dishes at least 3 to 4 times a week. 3 months later, she returned to my office with brighter eyes and a voice filled with relief. "Doctor, I can see the red thread again. My quilts are vibrant once more." Tomatoes, a simple fruit found in nearly every American kitchen, are in fact a red shield for aging eyes. They not only slow the progression of macular degeneration, but also help seniors preserve life's simple joys. Reading a page of a book, sewing a quilt, or simply seeing the faces of their loved ones clearly. Number 3, spinach. One crisp morning in New York, Mr. James, 78 years old, nearly had an accident while crossing the street. He froze in the middle of traffic because he couldn't clearly see the traffic light turning red. Luckily, a passerby pulled him back just in time. That moment reminded me of a harsh truth. Vision loss in old age isn't just about losing the joy of reading, watching TV, or recognizing loved ones' faces. It can also put seniors in real danger every single day. The root of the problem often lies in the retina, the part of the eye constantly bombarded by harmful blue light from the sun, street lamps, televisions, and phone screens. When its natural defenses weaken, the retina becomes vulnerable, leading to cataracts and macular degeneration. And surprisingly, the shield against this damage can be found in a humble kitchen staple: spinach. Spinach is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two nutrients often called the eye's biological sunglasses. They concentrate in the macula, filtering harmful blue light and neutralizing free radicals. A landmark study from the U.S. National Eye Institute showed that people who consumed enough lutein and zeaxanthin reduced their risk of advanced macular degeneration by up to 25%. Beyond that, spinach provides vitamin C, vitamin K, and iron, all of which support blood flow to the eyes and help keep the delicate retinal vessels healthy. That's why I often recommend seniors to enjoy spinach steamed or lightly sautéed with a bit of olive oil, or blended into a smoothie or salad. Since lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble, combining them with healthy fats makes absorption far more effective. One of my patients, Mrs. Linda, 72 years old, from Boston, started eating spinach 3 times a week. 4 months later, she returned with a bright smile. "Doctor, I can see traffic lights more clearly now, and I don't feel afraid walking across the street anymore." Sometimes, the solution to a serious problem doesn't come from expensive medicine or high-tech surgery. It can be as simple as a bunch of fresh green spinach, a natural shield that keeps aging eyes safe, sharp, and full of confidence. Number 4. Eggs. When most Americans think of eggs, the first thing that comes to mind is a quick breakfast: fried eggs, hard-boiled eggs, or a fluffy omelet packed with protein. For decades, eggs have been celebrated as muscle food. But hidden inside the golden yolk is something far less obvious: powerful nutrients that protect aging eyes. Egg yolks are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that concentrate in the macula of the retina. They act like natural light filters, absorbing harmful blue light and shielding delicate visual cells from damage. While many leafy greens also contain these compounds, studies show that the lutein and zeaxanthin in eggs are far more bioavailable, thanks to the healthy fats in the yolk that enhance absorption. Science confirms this. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate just 2-4 eggs per week had significantly higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, along with improved vision in low-light conditions. Remarkably, these benefits were achieved without a meaningful increase in bad cholesterol, debunking one of the most common fears about eggs. I think of Mr. Walter, a 69-year-old patient from Texas. A lifelong gym enthusiast, he had cut eggs from his diet for years, worried about cholesterol. But with age, his complaints began. "Doctor, at night it feels like a thin fog covers my eyes. Everything looks blurry." I suggested he reintroduce 3-4 eggs a week into his meals. 6 weeks later, he returned with a smile. Now I can drive home from the gym at night without fear. The streetlights look sharp and my eyes don't feel so tired anymore. Beyond lutein and zeaxanthin, eggs also deliver vitamin D, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids, all vital for retinal health and for slowing the progression of macular degeneration. It turns out, a food once thought to be only for muscles is in fact a golden gem for the eyes. With just a few eggs each week, seniors can help preserve their vision, remain independent, and continue to see the world with clarity and confidence. When patients ask me, "Doctor, how should I combine these 4 foods for my eyes?" I often reply that the secret doesn't lie in eating as much as possible, but in eating them at the right time in the right way. In a week, 3 light meals of salad with fresh spinach, a few slices of ripe tomato, half a boiled egg, and a drizzle of olive oil are enough. This simple dish not only tastes refreshing, but also allows the body to absorb the nutrients fully. For sweet potatoes, I usually suggest replacing white rice with roasted or steamed sweet potatoes 2 to 3 times a week, especially at dinner. Evening is when the eyes enter their phase of repair and regeneration, and sweet potatoes quietly support this process. Tomatoes, instead of being eaten raw all the time, work best when cooked. A small bowl of tomato soup, a pasta sauce, or even baked tomatoes once or twice a week provides plenty of lycopene. And remember, when combined with a little olive oil, the absorption becomes far more effective. Eggs, so ordinary yet so powerful, should also be enjoyed in moderation. For seniors, 4 to 5 eggs a week is ideal, prepared in rotation, boiled, steamed, or lightly pan-fried with minimal oil. This way, the eyes receive enough lutein and zeaxanthin without putting extra strain on the heart. When these foods are woven thoughtfully into a weekly menu, they don't just nourish the eyes, they become part of a sustainable, enjoyable eating habit. And I always remind my patients, you don't need to change the whole world. You just need to change a few familiar meals in your week and let them quietly shield your vision every single day. Caring for your eyes as you age doesn't have to involve complicated or expensive treatments. Simple, smart choices right in your own kitchen like sweet potatoes, tomatoes, spinach, and eggs can act as a quiet but powerful shield for your vision. When combined correctly and enjoyed a few times each week, these foods nourish your eyes, reduce the risk of decline, and help maintain sharpness for years to come. Remember, eye health is not just about physical well-being. It's about preserving your freedom, safety, and the simple joys of everyday life, recognizing your grandchildren's faces, reading a book, or just enjoying the afternoon sunlight. Every mindful meal is an act of self-care, and your eyes will thank you every day. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Thrive and Live, so we can continue exploring more science-backed tips to support health in later life, helping you live safer, more confident, and fully vibrant.